So I want to make a video about my first luxury watch. Grand Seiko. I have a Tissot PRX in gold, but I'm not counting that as my first luxury watch. Most people, from what I hear, reading Reddit forums, will start out with with a Rolex or an Omega. And I decided to go with the Grand Seiko. So, like I said, the reason I'm making the video is because I always see people here in Miami. I now live in Miami. I move around a lot because of work. And I see people wearing nice watches, and I'm always wondering to myself, I should get a nice watch. Get a nice watch. People will look and say, "Oh wow, he's wearing a nice watch." Really superficial reasons, right? But also will reward myself on hard work put in my job, in my career, in life, my family. So with the family, married, we have 2 small children, and I have an older daughter. A previous relationship. And with having an older daughter, working all the time, there's not many times where I went out and purchased something this substantial strictly for myself. So I finally pulled the trigger. Just admiring the watch. Hopefully I'll be able to save it, take good care of it, and pass it down to my son if he likes watches. But I mean, so I see people here in Miami, and I think to myself, what do these people do to get these watches, or why are people spending this amount of money on a watch just to tell time? And I guess I've always been frugal too, so I'm always from North Carolina, and we don't have the same culture as Florida, especially South Florida. So I think to myself, it'd be nice to splurge on myself and do something good for myself. And I went downtown to the design district, walked into Grand Seiko. They showed me a couple, and this is the one I purchased. I like this a lot because this isn't as flashy as some of the other watches in this price range. I only checked out Omega. I didn't check out Rolex, but when I went to Omega, I looked at the Aquaterra, and the finishing on it, it's just too reflective. The polishing is just too reflective. You move your hand around a lot. Any light that hits the case is going to be reflective. And you're talking to someone who's going to distract them and look. And maybe that's something that people who purchase that want. But for me, I thought it was too reflective. I looked at the Planet Ocean line. That thing is a brick. That watch is huge. Wouldn't be able to fit on my wrist. My wrist is about 6.5. So now, and I looked at the Moon watch. I like the white dial on the Moon watch. They didn't have any available for me to see, so I could have ordered online. Didn't want to order my first luxury watch online. So I decided I'm gonna leave from Omega. Wasn't completely sold. Walked into Grand Seiko, helped me out down there, and he showed me a couple options. I said, hey, I saw a watch in New Orleans. I was in a Grand Seiko boutique there too, and I almost pulled the trigger on the same watch. And I looked at it and I said, I don't know, man, I have a hard time spending about $7,000 on a watch. So I said, no, be better to invest Lizards, Miami. Be better to invest the money. That's a smart thing to do. Invest the money, or keep it invested. And it just kept bugging me. Like, I watched so many watch videos. The Teddy, I keep wanting to say Teddy Bulbasaur, like the Pokemon, but kept watching the videos from Teddy, kept watching other videos from watch content creators, and I want to say I became obsessed. I feel like I became obsessed. And, you know, we all do this. We go down the rabbit hole. Something's interesting. We look at a video. We look at another video. We become obsessed. We keep going and going and going and going. I was doing this for months and months, and as of lately, months and months. But for years, I've always wanted to have a high quality watch. Especially as a guy, we don't get the, society, it's kind of out of the norm for you to have an office job and wear high-end jewelry. We don't have that much to choose from jewelry for guys. If you're married, you have a wedding ring. Otherwise, you have a watch. That's pretty much it. Could I wear earrings? We're gonna wear a diamond necklace like a rapper? No, that's not my taste. So, feedback for the watch. All right, I like it. I enjoy it, and I don't have any regrets. I thought I would feel like a buyer's remorse. I don't feel that at all. I look at it and I'm stunned by the beauty, but I'm also proud of myself for taking the leap and making such a large purchase. So I did that. And I say all that to say, if you're thinking about getting a luxury watch, this is going to be your first luxury watch, and you're in a place that I was in, researching, looking at different videos, looking at what's the pros and the cons, comparing Omega to Rolex, the Speedmaster, the, you name it, Zenith, you name it. I said pull the trigger. As long as you have your other finances taken care of. And what I mean by that is, you don't want to have a whole bunch of consumer debt. That might, is your car paid off, for example? Do you have money saved up in your retirement account? The important thing is you have an emergency fund. So for me, I have all those things. We're fortunate. But we're not rich by any means. And long time coming, 36 years old. First watch, luxury watch. So I'm happy to have it. I've had it now for less than a week, maybe coming up on a week, and I have no regrets. No regrets. So now I'm thinking, when I purchased the watch, they said that, oh, now that you purchased this watch, you're gonna have a habit, or they call it like a watch addiction. I walked out the store thinking, no, not me. But now I'm sitting here thinking, man, I could go get that Aquaterra, and that'd be great for the weekend. Because I work in an office, I work in construction management. Maybe I'll do a video about what I do for work. And it's a desk job. We do site visits, we go to construction sites, but not out every day at a construction site. So in the office, this is what I'm wearing. And I'm happy to have it. Am I going to hold on to it and resale value is an investment? That's what I want to touch on. These luxury items, whether it's a watch, a high-end car, technology, which we all know technology is not an investment. You get the newest phone, it's not going to be worth much 5 years later. A lot of these things, some people can try to convince themselves in their mind that this is an investment. It's not. Put your money in the S&P 500. It's not an investment. This is a gift that you can give yourself for all the work that you've put in and you reached a certain milestone. Maybe you had a kid, maybe you got married, maybe you graduated college, something like that. And especially with a watch like this is designed to be able to pass down generation to generation. That's the goal. Obviously, when you keep your maintenance, bring the watch in every 4 to 5 years, make sure everything checks out, good to go. But also, it's something to be proud of. Every time I look down on my wrist, I say, yeah, I worked hard and I reached certain milestones in my life that I should mark with some kind of representation. And that's what that is. And that's for me. Some people, they're watch collectors, they love the watches, which I do too, but they look at it and say, this is art, beautiful, I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna get this piece. It's like collecting art. And people, to each his own. I'm not so much that, or exactly not that, really. But like I said, it's hard for me to pull the trigger on a watch that's thousands of dollars. Not rich, so. That's what I have. Any comments? Put them down there. I'm working to document my life, and I encourage other people to do the same, because if we get a lot of videos of ourselves as we age, we can use these videos, to share our message, our unique story, and to others. I'm an average guy and grew up in a single parent household, no father, no stepfather, just me and my mother, only child, no uncles. So my story isn't completely unique, but doing things like this allows us to share what we have in our life with others, and others do the same, and we can all learn from each other via YouTube. But that's all I have. If you'd like to hear more, have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them.